So, about a month ago, Kat hit me up, was like, hey, do you want to go see 21 Pilots? You don't have to pay for the ticket or the hotel or anything. You just need to drive me and Christian 8 hours to Atlanta, Georgia. Now, I'm a college student who also has a job and is working on an animation that I'm still behind in for one of my finals for one of my classes. So, my obvious answer was, yeah, sure. Ultimately, Christian decided to drive his own car over, so it's just me and Kat in my car just jamming out 8 hours all the way over to Atlanta. We ended up getting turned around at the beginning because Siri was a dumb and didn't tell me where I was supposed to merge at, causing me to go all the way back to Orlando after I exited Orlando. So then we downloaded Waze, not sponsored, which made the drive a lot more interesting because we could change the voice on it, such as changing it to a cat, or a dog, or a boy band, which is what we kept it for the majority of the time. Besides messing around with Waze and just jamming out to like our own Spotify blend that we created, the drive was actually pretty interesting and fun. The sights were nice, especially as we were starting to get more into Georgia a little bit. It was actually interesting to see the Welcome to Georgia sign as I passed by, as I've never driven out of state before. We actually went to go hang out with Wes for a little bit before we got to our hotel, since he lived outside of Atlanta. We just walked around the mall for a little bit, and then we came back to the hotel, walked over to go get some food, and then watched a horror movie that I was half asleep for the majority of the time. The entirety of Atlanta was just pretty beautiful though in general. As Christian put it kind of was a bit dystopian looking a bit. We walked to a cafe that was about 15 minutes away from us each morning that was actually pretty chill. Shout out to Kat for basically paying for the majority of my food while we were there. On the day of the concert, which was a Thursday, we decided to head out just a little bit early just to get a grasp of where the venue was and just see where the line would end up going. Once we got to the venue though at around 1 o'clock, we saw that the line was already forming and it was pretty short, so we decided to go ahead and just wait in line ourselves just so we can get a good spot. Even though there were only about 40 people physically in line, we were given wristbands to hold our place in line so we could actually leave, go seek shelter since it was cold out, go get food, water, whatever, and found out that there was actually a total of 400 people ahead of us. But the venue could hold about 3,000 people, so I think our spots were pretty good anyways. Plus, throughout the concert, we slowly got pushed towards the front, both by people just pushing us, in part by us kind of forcing ourselves towards the front. We did decide to leave the line at some point just to go get some food, warm up a bit, because it was starting to get into the high 40s, and we're Floridians, so we don't have much experience with the cold. All in all, the concert was a pretty great experience, and we got to see Tyler and Josh pretty close up as they got into the crowd. I'm not going to include all the videos from the concert, as it's definitely something that's best experienced in person, but here's some clips that can basically summarize the entirety of the concert in general. It's still quite a bit though.
in some of this collection, you must be just completely saturated.
Sometimes I close my eyes to try to escape.
You know you can't escape, Sally.
Yes, I know.
Listen, we've come for you.
We got a lot of people on the way.
Alright, you said you had one more. This is it. Don't let me keep it high, all my friends. Put your feet off the floor, let's go. 1, 2, 3, let's go.
Even though I missed 3 days of work for this and became even further behind on some of my classwork, I say it was definitely still worth it though. I thoroughly enjoyed the trip and the concert itself. It's probably one of the best concert experiences I've had actually. Shout out to Kat for inviting me to this thing in general, and shout out to Christian for paying for the entirety of the concert and the hotel so that both me and Kat can enjoy it. If you enjoyed the video, remember to hit the like button and to subscribe and hit the bell notification for when I post new videos. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see y'all later. Chaos out.